We live from the boxing section, you dusty ass niggas.
Yeah, you got to learn that scoring philosophy on how to score these fights and making sure that matches up with the other judges and hopefully the fans. You want the fans, the fans are skewed because they're typically rooting for a certain boxer. But at the
Right.
end of the day, most of the fans they get in their gut like, okay, boxer A won this fight. And you as a judge, hopefully how I saw the fights, that's the same way the fans saw the fights.
So how hard is it to stick to your judge, like to stick to the score that you had, and not like retract um, from the scores that you have? Because like a lot of times a lot of people are, oh man, he got robbed, he got robbed. How do you kind of stand firm on the scores that you put down?
Well, just one thing to make clear, every round is scored independently, and most fans don't take that into account. They're not keeping that running tally. But let's just say they are. Okay, you're keeping that running tally. Are you also using the scoring criteria effectively? Are you really paying attention to who's being damaged in the fight? Are you taking notice of who's controlling the action? These are things that are important. These guys are in there to cause these men and women are in there to cause damage, and you can get caught up on somebody that's flashy and pop 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 and just stinging somebody, or you can record the action of somebody who gets stung, and that's a big difference. Um, but as far as backing up my scores, I've told many fighters, hey, a lot of times, after a while, over these 20 some years of being an official, hey, if any fighter ever disagreed with one of my scores, I'd sit down with them and say, hey, let's watch the fight together. And I'll use the scoring criteria and walk you through minute by minute of how I scored that fight, and we can talk about it.
And that'd be, man, just to be a fly on the wall. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Um, how hard is it not to be biased?
Well, like I said, going back to being an inspector,